Welcome to my channel. Are you ready for a bone-chilling story? In this video, we will be diving into the eerie legend of the Hmong people that some individuals can transform into tigers upon their death. One family's experience with this legend will leave you with goosebumps. Join us as we explore the spine-tingling tale of a woman's transformation into a tiger-like creature and the terrifying events that follow. Get ready to be scared out of your wits as we recount this real-life horror story. Before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Okay, let's begin. Deep in the mountains of Laos, the Hmong people have stories of those who can transform into tigers when they die. For one family who emigrated to the United States, this legend became all too real. After arriving in the US, strange things began to happen to my dad's brother's wife, who was said to have the history of becoming tiger-like after death. She became bedridden, unable to walk or even move, and then began to show signs of transformation. One day, a cat-like tail appeared on her back and two sharp horns grew from her forehead. At night, cats would cry and meow outside their apartment, and they could hear strange growling sounds coming from inside. But the worst was yet to come. My aunt began having seizures, during which her eyes would turn white and she would convulse uncontrollably. She would point to unseen corners and laugh maniacally, as if communicating with some unseen force. My mother was terrified, and my dad had to physically restrain her during her worst episodes. One day, my aunt even bit my dad's arm like a mad animal, causing him excruciating pain. The night before she died, the apartment was filled with the sound of cats crying. My aunt was making cat-like sounds and kept saying,
"Mom, Mom, meow, meow."
When my uncle tried to speak to her, he threatened to eat everyone in the room. Eventually, my aunt had to be tied down as she struggled and fought to break free. She licked her tongue and rolled her eyes, and the sound of cat cries filled the air. Finally, with one last cat-like cry, my aunt passed away. The room fell silent, and the cat cries stopped. My mother feared that my cousins might suffer the same fate as their mother. As the family mourned their loss, they couldn't shake the feeling that something dark and malevolent had taken over their loved one, and the legend of the Hmong people became a frightening reality for them. In the days following my aunt's death, strange things continued to happen. The family reported seeing shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their apartment and hearing eerie whispers and growls in the night. They also noticed that the cats around the apartment complex seemed to be watching them, their eyes glowing in the dark. Sometimes the cats would gather in groups, staring intently at the family, as if waiting for something. My uncle became increasingly paranoid, convinced that some dark force was at work. He installed locks on every door and window and refused to let anyone leave the apartment after dark. But the most frightening event came on the 1-month anniversary of my aunt's death. The family was sitting quietly in their living room when suddenly the lights flickered and went out. In the darkness, they heard a low, growling sound coming from somewhere inside the apartment. They lit a candle, but its dim glow did little to dispel the sense of dread that had settled over them. As they huddled together in fear, a shadowy figure began to materialize in front of them. It was vaguely tiger-like in shape, with glowing eyes and sharp claws. The family screamed and ran for the door, but it wouldn't budge. It was as if some unseen force was holding it shut. They turned around to face the tiger-like creature and saw that it was slowly advancing towards them. In a last-ditch effort, my uncle grabbed a nearby broom and swung it at the creature. To his surprise, the broom made contact and the creature vanished in a puff of smoke. The family never spoke of the incident again, but they all knew that something evil had been unleashed in their home. They moved out soon after, leaving behind the apartment that had become a nest of dark forces. To this day, my family remains haunted by the memory of my aunt's transformation into a tiger-like creature and the terrifying events that followed. The legend of the Hmong people has become all too real for them, a reminder that there are forces in this world beyond our understanding. Wow, wasn't that story spine-chilling? The tale of the Hmong legend and the transformation of a woman into a tiger-like creature is both fascinating and terrifying. We hope you enjoyed this hair-raising story and will stay tuned for more. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more terrifying tales. And remember, legends like this may seem far-fetched, but they come from somewhere. Who knows what other horrors may lurk in the shadows of our world?